What if you could have both performance and sustainability? Let's take you through a little bit of the evolution of unit material handling conveyors. In the 20th century, this is a very popular conveyor you still see today called a live roller conveyor. Some of the issues with this conveyor are it's obviously noisy, safety concerns of pinch points, and is a maintenance nightmare for taking care of each one of these rollers. What if you could take this existing framework and retrofit it into newer product that's more efficient, higher performing product? So over here we've taken the existing live roller conveyor and we have replaced the bearings. We've installed new brackets. We have wear strips in here that allow us to install either a chain in plastic design or a modular plastic belt in either straight running or in side flexing. In addition, because we can provide the entire solution, we can combine a new premium efficient motor with our new Hub City Hera high efficiency gearbox. So let's take a look at the motors and each individual component that goes into making this system up. It all starts with the motor. At Regal Marathon, we can offer you standard AC motors, our high efficiency Marathon inverter duty motors, and our exclusive Marathon Cymax motor, which combines permanent magnet technology and also the ability to drive this with a variable frequency drive that is integrated into the motor to reduce complexity. Now let's go look at what comes off the motor. Very important to match the motor and the gearbox together to maximize efficiency. At Regal, we offer Morse, Hub City, and Grove worm gearboxes in a variety of configurations, including corrosion resistant in aluminum or corrosion resistant painted. We also have helical bevels, but for our premium efficiency, we offer our Hera Hub City gearbox, which is a hypoidal helical combination that gives you 90% efficiency, which is a huge increase in efficiency and a reduction of number of sizes because of its torque density to do the same amount of work that you'd have to do in worm gear reducers. Next, let's look at the bearings that support everything that you do in a conveyor system. Now let's take a look at our Sealmaster branded ball and spherical roller bearings, which are offered in 2-bolt, 4-bolt, and pillow block designs, in standard relube, in reduced maintenance, and also in corrosion resistant. Then we have our McGill line of cam followers, available in both yoke and stud type. Also can be in corrosion resistant varieties. These traditionally translate rotational motion into linear motion. Great for extendable conveyors, for jetways, and for anything that is a rotating table. Now let's take and put this all together into the System Plast 2253 roller top belt. In the same way that conveyor systems have evolved, the componentry that drives and supports conveyors has evolved also. It's evolved from drag chains, to live rollers that we saw, to wire mesh conveyors and rubber belt conveyors, then to steel chain, then taking the steel chain and putting plastic flights on top of it, then making the plastic strong enough that you could make all plastic chain, then taking the plastic components and developing modular plastic belts. And now we complete that cycle with the future. This is the System Plast 2253 roller top belt, which actually takes a modular plastic belt and combines in motion control with it. It has individually driven balls built into the belt, which can be driven by mechanisms underneath the belt to give you an infinite amount of control in directions for diverting, for positioning, for actually scanning, a number of different things. It's really up to the imagination of the conveyor designer themselves. This particular belt is able to support up to a pound for each ball and give you an infinite number of angles that you can transmit product and move product on. Combine that with the motors and the gearboxes, the bearings, allows Regal to provide a bundled solution. So now let's put the final pieces of the puzzle together. We've gone from the motor at Regal to the gearboxes to the bearings that provide support. Now let's go to the Systemplast products that actually convey the material along. Systemplast provides brackets, side guides, wear strips, and of course the modular plastic belting and chain that convey the material. But what you're really concerned with as a customer of bundling this all together is how can you do this that saves me energy and that keeps me sustainable. So here you've got an example of a conveyor where half of the conveyor is using traditional industry standard LF chain supported by industry standard UHMW wear strips. The other half of the conveyor is using Systemplast No-Lu-S material in the wear strips that's Teflon impregnated and has the lowest coefficient of friction of any material in the industry, combined with our new generation chains and belts, which in many cases can allow a customer to run dry and get away from soap water to lower coefficient of friction used on a steel chain. The comparison of those two in exactly the same configuration yields this type of traditional to the Systemplast energy consumption in the exact same operation with the exact same configuration. So allow Regal to put everything together and solve your problems because we've got you covered.